Uh,
Good evening, sir. My name is Rajiv Gogia. Thank you for enlightening us on so many issues which we were not aware of. Now, my question to you, sir, after this great achievement of removing Article 370 from Jammu and Kashmir, do we look forward to the POK part of what our aims are to take over? Thank you.
so, that is getting into the POK is a.
We have been saying this for so many years. So what is new in it? We have been saying we will take back POK, and it is not something which we have started saying now. We have been saying for a very long time. Time, resources, the geopolitical situation, the way things happen, all these will go into deciding when and where things will happen.
By the very fact that you mentioned POK, which is occupied Kashmir, so there's the insinuation that you're.
But it's always there.
They're always there. It's been there since.
We have always
long.
said that it is ours. Even when Siachen talks took place, we always said the
ours.
area belongs to us.
Hi, good evening. My name is Sharan Banerjee, and I am a PhD student in international economics. So my question basically, I'm going to pull you back a little towards a big picture. You did speak about the fact that the economy is very important, and maybe in the next 20 years when India is a little bit more, in your words, innovative, we're staring at a China which has combined the economy with foreign policy very well. In the next 20 years, we are looking at a China which is rivaling the US as an economic superpower in the world. So in the next 20 years, China is not just a superpower in South Asia, it's also a hegemon in Southeast Asia. We're looking also simultaneously at India, where we're looking at growing protectionism. We're looking at India not being able to sign very, very important trade deals. So we're looking at India, which is not being able to exert a lot of economic might growing outwards. So where do you look, big picture, in the global stage, India versus China on the economic front, maybe within the next couple of decades?
There's a couple of factors that you need to look at. It is estimated that by 2025, the working population in countries which includes China will start dwindling because of the age factor. While your country, the surge is going to start at that time. And by 2050, the workforce available in India will be available to take on many things outside the country. With this, you need to look at how exactly Indian economy will boost itself. It's not what the present system is. You have got to change the status quo. If you do not change the status quo, we will remain where we are. I think it is the younger lot that has to, which is much more risk, has much more capacity to take risk, has to now start working on things which will take the things forward. Self-reliance is part of this. When you look at the international sphere, and let me give you this example. China also provides aid to a lot of countries. India also provides aid to many countries. China has got bigger pockets. It is able to dump a lot of money in many countries. But what is the situation? Methodology. China's methodology is, it will say, go to country A and say, okay, I can give you $2 billion. I'll make a huge office block here. And it will be written made in China, so that the moment you land at the airport, you are able to see, huge. It gets its own labor, mostly conscripted or prison labor. It gets everything from nail to wood from China, nothing from that country. And after that, whatever is the expenditure, I think it is always lesser than what it is quoted. The bill goes to the country and they start paying the debt, and ultimately they get into a debt trap. What is our system? Our system, which is preferred by most of the countries in the world, they want India to help them. Our system is that we ask that country, what is it that you want for your people, which will help you in your overall development? They identify the project, we fund the project, they pick up an Indian company out of a list provided by us. They pick up that company. We don't tell them, pick up so and so. We source most of the items and labor from that country. That country benefits. And most of our projects which are in other countries, they are loved. Now, if your pockets become slightly more deeper, I'm quite sure your influence will also increase that much. So it's a question of how you play the game. And I think where the international field is concerned, you need to be quite aware as to what is needed where. Yes, being a country which is unitary in leadership, China has been able to look much far beyond us. In our case, everything starts changing after 5 years. That does affect. It affects the policies, it affects the orientation, it affects the general overall investment climate. But the very fact that today your FII has increased and it is at a record high level, there must be some reason as to why the world is investing in India. They are looking at India as a future, and large number of reports that I've seen, they are looking at Indian economy as a future engine of growth for the rest of the world.
সমস্ত খবরের তৎক্ষণাৎ আপডেট পেতে সাবস্ক্রাইব বাটনটি ক্লিক করে বেল বাটনটি ক্লিক করুন।
Please don't forget to subscribe our channel and also click the bell icon to get the latest updates.